And we are back to the show, and we're down to earth now. We are relaxed. We are trying to chill and have a discussion here on the set Matters Digital Branding. If you're doing a business, especially SMEs, we are trying to get some of those tips that you can have to make sure that your business is getting itself well branded, especially in this digital era. It's 2021, everything is now online. How exactly can you do that is the discussion we're having here on set. Now, maybe we start with the gentleman this time. How would you define digital marketing, and how different is it with how marketing was done and branding was done before?
Thank you so much for that question. So digital marketing or digital branding, this is using the internet, the mobile, social media channels to give you more engagement and more visibility for more business awareness, business consideration, which gives you more sales. Now the difference comes in with digital marketing. You're able to target your audience better. You're able to track the metrics, and you're able now to improve on that which you are saying. Yes.
Right. And where exactly do you guys are doing this at?
Yes. So we do this online, and we are a digital marketing company. So we engage with our customers, and we get to know what their goals are and what their objectives are, and then we do this for them online through their social media, through their websites. Yes.
So how big of a team are you guys? And you've mentioned the company before, but maybe you can mention it again for people just tuning in.
Yes. So we are ORAC Branding. We are an integrated branding company. Our offices are in Delamere Flats in Milimani Road. So that's where we are, but you can also get us on social media at ORAC Branding everywhere: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Yes.
How well will you say Oracle Branding is branded itself, the company itself, as it continues to do this for other companies?
Thank you so much. That's a very good question. We love it actually, because we have a very visible brand online. Because we are on all the channels that you can think of. Google My Business. We have 4 social media channels. We have a YouTube channel, and all these, they go a long way to give us more visibility. And this is measured by the kind of emails we get from our website, and the kind of inquiries we get, the calls. Yes, so we have a very visible brand. And
I'm guessing you guys are focused on SMEs mostly?
Yes.
Do you do personal branding as well?
Yes, we do personal branding. So if anything falls under MSME, micro, small, and medium enterprise, we will definitely brand you. So, and the 3 aspects is whether you're launching a brand, whether you want to grow it, or whether you want to reinvent it. That's where we come in, and we help you walk through that journey. Before I finish, a very interesting survey was done by the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics. We have around 17 million MSMEs in Kenya, and 18% of them said that the reason they are closing down is because of marketing constraints. So that is one of our mission, to help this 18% of 17 million MSMEs who are not able to do their branding well. Yes.
Right. Now, you have said that there are marketing constraints that they have, and I'm trying to understand, how does the budget look like for a small business that wants to brand itself and is working right into Oracle Branding, and they need you guys to brand them? How does the budget look like for them?
So the good thing with digital branding is that social media is free. It's basically free. So the budget isn't high. It's not like the traditional marketing where the budgets are so high that small businesses cannot afford. The thing with digital branding, you can do it according to your budget. We look at your budget and what you have, and then we come up with a strategy with that budget. So you can do things like Google ads, you can do social media ads, but those are not so expensive. And we can also do organic, what is called organic reach in social media, which is free, because it's just about creating your content and posting it there and just making sure that you're consistent and visible every day. So that is the cheapest way to market yourself these days. Yes.
Right. And the prices now, how are they looking like at Oracle for a small business, that is something small like doing an advertisement campaign, or you guys running their social media, or which aspects of marketing and branding do you guys look at?
So thank you. Currently we have our lowest package goes for 12,000 shillings, and then our medium package goes for 24,000 shillings. And this is a very good package, which is value for money for MSMEs. And the thing about any kind of advertising is consistency. So we are looking at budgets that will help an MSME to be consistent in their branding and advertising. Yes.
Right. So what are some of the things that people do in terms of branding and marketing? Because most of us are trying to get ourselves out there, putting your business to the online digital spaces, creating social media accounts, creating YouTube accounts. But what is something that people do they think is branding, but it really isn't? Or some of the messes that you guys have seen maybe online, or businesses trying to market themselves, brand themselves, and you're like, you should have really come to Oracle. Maybe we'll have done it a little bit better.
Yes. So I think the biggest mistake that we see is, first of all, targeting everyone. It's important for a business to know who their target audience is, who exactly their customer is, and understand what motivates their customer, and what is their customer interests, and and their behaviors. This will help you to be able to create the kind of content that they can engage with.
So watu wacha kutuma links za via to business in church groups. Make sure that you are targeting the right customer segment.
Yes, yes. Don't target everyone. If you're targeting everyone, you're targeting no one. So you really need to identify who exactly your customer is, and where exactly they are, and which message they can engage with, and then that's how you target them. The other thing is to determine your goals and objectives of your business. What are you trying to achieve, and what solutions are you bringing to the market? And communicate. This is what you need to communicate in your digital marketing. So communicate that exact message of the solutions that you are offering.
Right. Yes. If you are targeting everyone, you are targeting no one.
Yes.
Now, how big is your team at Oracle?
Can I also add something?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Another mistake we've seen with MSMEs when they are doing their branding, especially online, is that they have not mastered their customer conversion process. Right. So an MSME will just post something and leave it there. So the comments are left hanging, the inboxes are not responded to. So your customer conversion process should be very easy and very fast.
Right.
Now, to answer your question, we are a team of...
and my director is telling me it's ORACs. I just kept saying Oracle.
It's ORAC branding.
Oracle ni kanisa. ORACs. Yeah. I don't know why I am on Oracle. Maybe I am the Oracle of this show. How big is ORACs, and what kind of team do you guys have there? So
we are a team of 4 marketing professionals. And then very interestingly, we have 2 nice partnerships with USIU Africa and Women in Business Kenya. So we train their pool of entrepreneurs we take them through our integrated branding curriculum.
How long ago did you guys start to have such partnerships that are sounding really big?
We started in 2018. And then, last year, people are saying that last year and this year are not considered as, full years. Yes.
Right. How has business been so far?
Business has been good. We can't really complain. We are working hard, and we love our clients, and we love the people that are supporting us, our partners. So we are keeping on, and we are working hard for our clients.
Have you guys ever failed in terms of branding? You try to brand a client and the campaign backfired on you? honestly. Or it could not be a function of you, it could be a function of the client. So we're trying to understand maybe some of the mistakes after a client has come to your premises and they want branding and they want marketing, but later on maybe didn't work out. Has that ever happened, and what might have led to that?
Yes, definitely that has happened. Not just once. It has happened a few times, and that always happens because of maybe we didn't understand the brief, or maybe we were quick to take the budget without without telling the client that this budget will not last you for the whole campaign. Sometimes you find yourself in a desperate situation. And but those are things we learned in the early years. Right now we cannot make such mistakes.
Right.
Those were teething problems. And we learned a lot.
Right.
Yes.
Now, any that you have remembered?
Yeah, so another issue that we might be experiencing is, consistency. Digital branding and branding in as a whole requires consistency. So the client as well needs to be very dedicated, because branding is a journey and it just doesn't take 1 month or 2 weeks to get it done. It's a long journey. It can take even about 5 years to get a brand to where it needs to be. So you really need to be consistent, and if the client is not committed to that journey, then we might not achieve the goals.
So the commitment of the client to the journey is also a very important aspect.
Yes.
Of how successful the campaign will be like. Yes. Now, people say that there are products that never get branding or marketing. Hatujaiona advert ya chumvi, as people say, baking, mandazi baking powder has never gotten an advertisement or a rebrand or any other kind of branding. They don't even have a social media website. They don't have influencers, but they sell kiberiti, toothpick, so many things that don't get branding or hashtags, but they still manage to perform. How is that? And how different is that from, someone might say, maybe my business might work, just like those ones. Any take on that?
Yes, so some products, some services are very essential. So, it's something you need without someone nudging you through marketing or advertising. So that is the whole concept behind them not doing any form of marketing. So what they do is they just package themselves very well, and they know people will require this kind of product. Yes, without any kind of marketing.
So does every SME need branding?
Yes.
Yes, they do.
Yes, I think everybody needs branding in this day and age, because competition now is at a high, and especially with social media and new businesses coming up all the time. You need to brand yourself so that you can differentiate yourself from everybody else. If you don't brand yourself, then you'll get lost in the crowd. Yes.
Right. Now, on your partnerships, I'm receiving a question. How do your partnerships work in terms of when you guys are training entrepreneurs, even with USIU, as you said, and women in business?
Yes.
Yeah. How do your partnerships work like for you and the guys that you're in partnership with? What is that process looking like?
Thank you. So we noticed 2 years ago, we noticed a very huge knowledge gap in the branding industry, where MSMEs are running to do branding, but they don't know what they are getting themselves into. So 2-3 months later, they are asking questions, to branding agencies. Why is this not happening? So when we noticed that gap, we developed the integrated branding curriculum to go after this gap.
Right.
And now we started training businesses. We started training them for free. And now the demand became very high. So we now started looking for people who can help us to build capacity for these kind of trainings. The first people we approached was USIU, and they were very happy to receive us. So the kind of partnership we have is we are incubated by USIU Africa. They have an incubation and innovation center. So that is where our trainings happen. That is where that is where
you're right.
That is where our training happens, and we are able to host as many entrepreneurs as possible. We are able to now to be exposed to other pool of entrepreneurs, not just in Kenya but in Uganda and DRC. Yes.
Right. Now, if branding is very important in a business, in an SME, how does it compare to sales, you will say? Because a lot of people will say we get money through selling stuff, not to tell people about the stuff we sell. So how does that balance look like?
Yeah, so branding is also as important as sales, and sales is also as important as branding, because I don't think one can do without the other. Because when you brand yourself and when people know about you and they know how good you are and the solutions that you offer, then they want to buy more from you. And the good thing with branding is that once you've built that brand, you also build a loyal customer following. And these loyal followers or these loyal customers are the ones that will keep buying from you. So even your sales efforts might be reduced, or whatever the efforts that you're putting in sales will reduce, because you already have an audience that are ready to buy from you. So that's the good thing with branding. So it kind of supports sales. Yes.
Right.
Then just to add, branding is not an expense. I think this is something we need to demystify.
People think it's something extra that you have to do.
It's not an expense. It's an asset. Yes. So it will always keep on giving to your business. And now when your brand is very established, it's almost like that person who has a real estate somewhere, getting 30,000 shillings a month. When you have a very strong brand, people will always be coming in.
Right.
Yes.
And do you guys also design logos for, do you do the wholesome process, looking for the logos and, looking for even the naming of the company is also part of the branding process, right?
Yes, we do brand identity design. So from coming up with your name, because a good name also builds a good brand. So we can strategize on coming up with your name, coming up with your tagline, then designing your logo, designing your website, or even designing your store if you have a storefront, and also doing graphics for your social media. So we do the whole brand identity design.
So which means you guys work with a lot of creatives, graphic designers, web developers.
Yes.
It is a wholesome team like that.
Yes.
Okay, now, before maybe we wind up, I would have loved my director. I would have loved to identify the brand with them, because they are the brand, yeah? So is it possible for us to have the game? Of course, right. So if you're at home, we are continuing with the interview, but we'll also be playing Identify the Brand. That is our segment that comes to Biashara Tuesday sometime right about now. So we'll be playing a short game, because you guys are into brands, and we want to see how you guys are into brands, yeah? Now, ORACs, because we've talked about branding, and we've talked about identities, we've talked about logos, we've talked about the name. Why ORACs and why the logo that you guys have? Because everything has information behind it, I'm presuming, yeah? I'm assuming that's the case for you guys.
So if you see our logo,
can we get that? Yeah. Let's okay. Let's get it. Yeah. Nice. That is ORAC branding.
Yes, if you can see our logo. I'll start with the logo. And so our tagline here is branding the future. So we decided to do a circle, and this circle represents the world. And then now there's a path that almost is very endless. So that is the future. And so that is how we came up with that logo. For the name ORAC, it's when you read it from right to left,
Karo.
It's Karo. So
I did not see that.
I have a habit of flipping names. So when I wanted to register the business, I remembered my very amazing cousin who's called Caro.
I thought this story was getting juicy. I was waiting for something like, oh, my first love was Caro. So
Yes.
all right.
Yeah.
So that is how you flipped it.
Yes, and it became ORAC branding.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, people want to come through for personal branding or for business branding. What is the process looking like from the moment a business person or an SME steps into ORAC and they're like, yo, I'm here now, I need you guys to help me with branding and marketing? How is the process starting, like from the start to the end? Maybe if you can go through it real quick.
Yes, so when a business comes in, the first thing that we do is that we listen to the customer, we understand what their problem is, and what are they trying to achieve, what are their goals and objectives, so we figure that out. Then the next thing is to do a brand analysis where we analyze your brand and see how is your brand doing so far.
Right.
Do you have a brand? Do you have a following? So we just analyze your brand. Then from there,
the first step is analysis, the whole analysis of the business.
Yes, we do a whole analysis of the business. Then from there, that's when we either define or redefine, if they already have it, their mission, their vision, their values. We look at what their tagline is. Is it something that is catchy and memorable? Then we look at their logos, we look at their website, we look at their social media. So all these things, we analyze all those things, and then now we come up with a strategy on how to on the way forward. So a brand strategy for the way forward. So how are we going to brand you online? How are you going to do your website? How are we going to do your social media? Then now from there, it's to look at the results. We measure and improve.
Is that the same case for personal branding as well? Those steps?
Yeah, so it's kind of the same, because a brand, whether it's a business brand or a personal brand, it's almost the same. But now maybe you'll find some things are different. Maybe for personal brand, we don't have things like a logo and all those things. But then now we look at you and your personal image and how are you coming out to people on the digital space. So we'll analyze your personal image.
Do you guys have generic rates for branding, graphics, web development, or that is like a very specific process to every single business or person that works in?
Yes, we have generic rates. Like I think I mentioned earlier, we charge 12,000 shillings as our lowest rate. Then we have another package for 24,000 shillings. Then from there, that's what we call customization. That's where we listen to a client's brief and see the kind of needs that will go into a certain campaign, and then we come up with a budget. For our website, we have the basic one is 28,000 shillings. Yes, which is very good value for money. Yes.
Nice. Now you're looking for Caro, but you get ORAC. So what we are going to do now is to play the brand. Yeah, identify the brand. This is a game that we play. Take this, and sadly, since today we are down to earth, we might have to use our laps. Yeah, tukipiga malaps hapa kwa brands. Now let's begin. We have 10 brands that we're going to show you guys, and you're going to identify. This is a game that's being played by the audience at home as well, and by the people who are directing me at the gallery, as well as by the people who are with me in studio. A lot of guys who are interested in seeing this. And what you're doing is you identify the brand that is played on the screen. It's going to be shown for about 3 seconds, and you write your answer. Oh, you guys don't have pens, yeah? You can have that. Great. Now, so what we do is you write. If you don't get it, you pass, and then we'll exchange papers and see who is the king of the brands. Yeah, maybe I can start my own ORAC. I don't know how. Which? Maybe I can flip Anne. I don't know. Nah. We'll see. Let's see. First brand. Let's start. My director. All right. That is brand number 1. Thank you very much. Let's go to the next one. Ooh. Hey, oh, Nandika. What are you guys writing? Number 3. What's the third brand? Let's go.
Disclaimer, this is very easy.
Wow, it's very easy. Oh my goodness. Let's go to the next one. Oh my God, what is that? Next brand. Maybe we lose the tags and see for a second. My goodness. Okay, let's go to the next brand. It looks like that sign at the end of a newly constructed road. Ile wanaeka kwa mabati to show direction. Ni hiyo, so I write expressway. Next brand. It's fire. This is fire, man. What brand is that? Where have I seen this? Okay, next. I don't date. What's the next? Maybe the tag's a bit right. Whoa. Okay. I've lost my screen as well. Okay, right. Next. Mwisho, we only have 8. Those are 10.
I've never seen
Hey,
that.
I'm that bad in class. I have lost it today. Which one is this? Wires. Looks like earphones folded in a pocket. Okay, let's come back and see what you guys have. I don't know, man. Things are not looking good for me today. But
Is there a price?
let's see. We know the highest score that has been here on Biashara Tuesday, it's a 7, yeah? Who got a 7? Ojwang, but Jesse got an 8, I think. Yeah, he posted it on Twitter. So if you can top the highest score, maybe we can try. Okay, let's go. First brand, Monster Energy Drink. That is something everyone knows. Ama? Yeah, I'm being told to relax. Nime relax. Let's go to the second one. Which one is this? Moza who? Moza Bet. For the betting enthusiasts. Whoever has my paper can just place it down at this point, I think. Next brand. Which one is this? Ne? Ooh, Nestle. Yeah, Makofi. Kwake. Next one. Which one is this? Reynald. Eish, watu wanaongea tu kuongea huku. Reynald. The next one. Safari Boots.
Sahara.
Safari Boots or Sahara?
Is it Safari or Sahara?
Safari Boots.
It's Sahara. The brand is Sahara.
The brand is Sahara.
Yes.
But the shoe is Safari Boots.
Yes.
So what is the correct answer?
It's Sahara boots.
This guy is the only one who has it. So please, can we mark for him Sahara? Yes, mark Sahara. If you're at home, mark Sahara. And so we don't mark Safari Boots.
Yes.
We don't mark Safari Boots. We're marking Sahara. So if you're at home, Safari Boots peleka uko. Next.
And if I'm wrong, Sahara wasinikujie.
Which one is this? Telcom. Aye, come on, guys. Wow, you guys zoomed in. Next. Next. Tinder. I wouldn't know, you know. But I have experts in the building. Next. From Tinder, where do we go to?
That's Euro.
We go to the Euros. I'm not a football fan, so I don't know. Next. And the last one. Urban Eatery. Where is wow?
That's Urban Eatery.
That's a plate.
Which
Wow.
which Urban
Okay.
Eatery?
Which he's asking which urban eatery. Let's come back then.
Wow, is it in Kenya?
In Westlands.
In Westland.
Kwani naishi jinyingine?
That's the full logo.
Right.
You got 1 out of 10.
Oh, spaghetti. Who's saying spaghetti on the last one? Oh, that's a spaghetti. Oh, it's not a plate. Okay. My score shall remain kept in confidence, you know, for security purposes. Oh, wow. Okay. So this guy has 8 and he doesn't have 10 because he didn't fill the other 2. And that's it. So we have another new high score that is rivaling Jesse Kimotho. So Jesse Kimotho and yourself have topped the charts so far. I don't know what the prize money is going to be for this one, but thank you very much for playing the game. What did you get? Let's keep it between us. That's our secret. Right, now finally, any last words on branding, you guys, to the businesses who are struggling out there and others who have not considered branding as a thing for their business, as something essential? As you said earlier on, some think it's not a necessary expense. They think it's an expense. It's like something that's not supposed to be within the business, but it is essential that you put yourself out to your customers, because if you market yourself, that's how the customers know what to get. Yeah, I hope I didn't say what you guys were going to say. But yeah, maybe your last remarks then.
Yes, so my last remarks would be, if you're a brand, get on social media, get on the digital space. It's important, and as my colleague has said, your brand is an asset. So the first thing, get clear on your goals and your objectives and the solutions that you offer your customers. Then get clear on who your customers are so that you can be able to target them effectively. And then be consistent on the digital space. That's how you build your digital brand.
Right.
Yes.
Your last words, sir?
My last words are, as MSMEs, last year the buzzword in the entrepreneurship world was pivoting. From this year, the buzzword is customer obsession.
Customer obsession?
Yes.
What's that?
That is making sure that you are continuously improving for your customer and communicating those improvements. And the only way you will communicate those improvements is through branding. Yes, so be very focused on your customer, and now be very focused on communicating those improvements to your customers through branding.
Yes. Wow, that is powerful. Right, that is very powerful. Thank you very much for having this conversation with me, and I hope you guys can give me my t-shirt. Yeah,
definitely a t-shirt, a jumper.
Yeah, right, personal branding, man. May the people know me. Asante sana. And when we have a discussion, of course, I hope you guys can invite me as well to see how exactly you do the branding, because I'm understanding you have a whole setup to do that. All right, asante sana. That was, and my director Elijah tells me to tell you hi.
Tumesalimika.
Okay.
Yes.
Sawa. We are going for a short break. I'm going to take a look at your feedback to see what you guys have also been, saying since we started the show, what you guys have scored in Identify the Brand. But I'm coming back because the launch isn't done yet. We're coming to talk matters sales. We're talking matters branding. Let's move on to sales. We were talking dogs earlier, talking newspapers earlier, talking Nasty C, talking Tech Voice. It is a well-packed show, so don't go too far. We are still on. The show is on all the way to 10 a.m. This is Biashara Tuesday with me, Richard Okeny.